Welcome back to Unstable TV! And you're through to Irish Couple Reacts. And do stay tuned because this happens every week.
So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you!
So today we're going to be checking out a video that's a little bit controversial, maybe, we'll see. This is 10 reasons the USA is better than Europe. And we're going to tell you 10 reasons why it's not.
Yeah. We're the best country in Europe. Ireland, you're welcome. Most expensive.
Exactly. Let's see if we agree or disagree with some of these going on here.
So we do appreciate everyone that does send these videos into us and let us know. Of course, if you want to send videos into us or tell us videos to check out, check the comments. If you don't want to comment, check the description. We have social medias and we'll see you all there. Ooh. So without further ado, let's go!
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to World According to Briggs and a video about why the United States is so much better than Europe. This video came about after getting emails from Europeans for close to 3 years now telling me why the US sucks and Europe is so much better. I get these all the time. They often bring up some good, valid points, but they also like to hint at things like we're all just rude, arrogant, and dumb. That can be true about Americans, but that could be true about anyone. It's not like Americans have cornered the market on being rude. These people always act like they have it so much better in Europe, and the only thing the US has ever done was start wars. Honestly, that's like the general
been a war for 250 years
seem to go to is we start wars. But US does have some bad things, and the US has some great things, just like Europe. Every country, every town, every village, and every neighborhood has its good and its bad. If you don't understand that, you're kind of dumb.
No, that's not nice.
In no particular order, at some things that make the US a far better option than Europe. Number 10, World Wars. We don't have them. We never have. We hopefully never will. We just don't have world wars here in the United States.
I wouldn't have a world war in the United States.
And before you do,
the World War is the world.
Yes, Pearl Harbor was part of World War II and it was on American soil, but that was just an attack that took a couple hours. The Japanese also did take hold of
you need to learn history.
Outcropping we had in the Bering Sea near Alaska. They stayed there for a couple months.
No, actually, it's technical views, right? I'm sorry. Take that back.
No real combat on American soil other than those. We've joined other wars. Matter of fact, we joined 2 world wars in Europe to help Europe.
Oh, they actually did join.
Europeans remember, but there was this German guy with a funny little mustache, and he had...
You can't say you're not to do with world wars when you were a part of it. Whether you're helping them or whether you're going against them, you are still a part of the wars.
Yeah,
I don't agree with them saying that they weren't a part of it. There's never been there's never been a world war in America, but America has been a part of them.
I understand where he's trying to go with his technicality. I do get that, but America played a big part in the deciding factor of the World War.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what they're teaching in America about history, but, you know, World War, yes, if you want to go the technicality route about they got attacked, but they were already actually in the war before they got attacked. You can look that up. You can battle in the comments. You're more than welcome. If you want to have a back and forth, tell us your education perspective and we'll tell you ours. Of course, every opinion's welcome, even if it's wrong.
Absolutely. No, but like I said, I don't really agree with him saying that, but I do get his point. Yeah. But America was still a part of the World War, so...
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, they were. Even Ireland was, and we're neutral.
Ireland learned the hard way what neutral means during
Exactly.
the World War. If you guys want to look that up, have a look at that. They learned. And it was by an American President, Eamon de Valera. He was not Irish, he was American.
Ooh, that's for a different video.
Yeah, we'll keep that in another one, but, you know.
Unless I get back into this.
Plans for all of Europe and pretty much the entire world. If it wasn't for the United States, there's a good chance his dream would have come true. Over 100,000 U.S. servicemen lost their lives in combat during World War II. In World War I, it was about 116,000. So we may have started some wars in our history, but we sure have helped out Europe with a couple of theirs. And from the looks of it, might be a third one on the way.
Okay, no.
Number 9, amusement parks. That World War II thing, World War I, was kind of depressing, so let's look at amusement parks. We excel at amusement parks. Europe has some wonderful things to do, don't get me wrong, but we set the bar for amusement
America
parks.
does, 100%.
Six Flags,
Amusement
amusement parks, our water parks, Disneyland, Disney World,
Yeah.
Cedar Point, Hershey Park, Busch Gardens, Universal, King's Dominion, King's Island.
That's
And
a
one
fair
of my personal
point,
favorites
yeah.
growing up was Knott's Berry Farm. It's not the biggest and it's not one of the best, but it's just got a place in my heart. So it gets a mention. Euro Disney's nice, Euro Park, Port Adventura, Future Scope. Those are all nice, but it's nothing compared to what we got going on here in the United States. Okay, Legoland started in Europe,
That's
and
true.
that's pretty cool. We got some here in the United States, but we still blow everyone out of the water when it comes to amusement parks.
Yeah.
Number 8, the U.S. economy. If you don't know, the U.S. economy is huge. It's by far the biggest economy in the world. The United States annual
That's also true.
GDP
Yeah,
is
it's number one.
about $21 trillion. In a distant second, you have China with an annual GDP of $14.72 trillion. After that, you got Japan with $5.06 trillion GDP. At number 4, you get your first European country, and it's Germany. They only have a $3.85 trillion annual GDP. Then the United Kingdom is 2.76, and then after that, you got India, and then finally France, 2.63, Italy, 1.89. And if you look outside of countries, the state of California would come in 5th place with 3.4 trillion. So my question to the Europeans are,
Jesus.
if we suck that bad, why do we make so much money? And feel free to leave comments about
'Cause
how
wars.
we're corrupt and we take advantage of other countries like your countries don't also. Number 7,
Oh,
our
well,
technology.
Yeah, they
The
do.
United
Yeah,
States
he's
has
got a point.
invented most of the really cool stuff. Sure, Europe has come up with the guillotine and the Iron Maiden, but the United States has come up with things like the personal computer in 1971, the weed whacker in 1971. 1972, we came up with the video game console. 72 also gave us the MRI.
thought it was
73 gave
That
us
was
the cell
fun.
phone.
Yeah.
This is all before 1980. In 1978, we invented microwave
all made in
popcorn.
Asia.
1986, we gave you the 3D printer. 1996, we gave you Google. 2005, we gave you YouTube. I should say 2004, we gave you Facebook also, but that's kind of working
That
against
wasn't
us
American
these
that
days,
came
it
up with
seems like,
YouTube.
along with in 2006,
he
Twitter
not
showed
Asian?
up. We also
thought it
gave
was,
you the COVID-19 vaccine. I know some of you don't think that was a good thing, but a lot of people do. If you want to go way back, 1938, we invented the chocolate chip cookie. Take that, Europe, you and your croissant.
Some of them I don't think was Americans that made them.
No,
Some of them definitely was not.
it was definitely not made by Americans.
No.
A lot of that from what we've learned from the Asian culture and what them guys have been showing us. Yeah, a lot of the stuff was built in Asia. I don't know about coming up like America built it. I don't really like after learning what we've learned. A lot of the countries were given the things by sweatshops.
Yeah. Like, for a lot of what we've learned as well, and, you know, he said it in the video too, countries take other countries' ideas and just run with it.
Yeah.
Ireland does it too, like everyone does it. Yeah, I don't think the first... Well, do you know what, actually? He didn't say the first video game, he just said video consoles. So...
I thought that was a race between Japan though.
yeah, I thought Japan came up with the NES and stuff like that first.
Yeah. If we're wrong, of course, now we're just sharing our humble opinions. From the stuff we've seen, our information could be mismatched. But if you want to talk about it down below,
Let's go.
Number 6, gas prices. Your gas prices suck, Europe, face it. I know you go by liters, and
I mean,
we're
at
going
the
to break
moment,
it down
yes.
for gallons, which we use here in the United States, and dollars, okay? I found a nice little chart that breaks it down
charts.
as of May 1st, 2022. The highest gas prices in the world right now is Hong Kong, and it is $10.87 on average per gallon of gas. Norway, it's 9.13 for a gallon of gas. Monaco, it's $9 a gallon of gas. Iceland, $8.75. Denmark, $8.69. Finland, $8.64. Greece, $8.38. Netherlands, $8.33. Germany, $7.91. United Kingdom, $7.70. The list goes on. Sweden, $7.69.
That's their high
Liechtenstein,
prices.
$7.66. Estonia, $7.55. Switzerland, $7.47. This list goes on. You know where the United States is? 84th in the world with $4.04 $2.58 on average countrywide. Now, this is the point where a bunch of people here in the United States are going to leave some political comment or how they just paid $5.10 in Los Angeles or something. This is the national average. Good thing you people in Europe like to ride bikes everywhere. Number 5, fast food. Now, this is a strange one, I know, because fast food isn't really something you should be proud of, but I will tell you right now, every single European I know, that's one of the first things they say is our fast food is amazing. The variety and the flavor is awesome. You have great food in Europe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. You have a lot of really classic cuisine. You know, I mean, the Italian stuff you got going on in Italy, France, amazing. I could really do without German food, but still, you know. But Americans that go over there, they bring that up all the time, and Europeans that come over here talk about how amazing our fast food is. Again, it's unhealthy. It's probably why we're one of the largest countries in the world as far as chubby people go, but still, it tastes great. We have a wide variety. It's something that's kind of awesome. Number 4, modern music. Jazz, blues, rock and roll, rap, hip-hop. As far as modern music goes, it all started here, and anything that was done in Europe was basically a new version of something that came from the United States. Prove me wrong. Now, if you go way back in music,
or rubbing off age
Mozart,
stuff, that's a different
Wagner,
story.
Chopin, Bach, those are all great. But what have they done for us lately? I mean, they haven't done much for us lately because they all died like in the early 1900s or late 1800s or even earlier than that. They haven't done much for us lately. But modern music is where the United States shines. What is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever was done by Ike Turner and Jackie Preston. They wrote a song called Rocket 88, and that is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever. If it wasn't for that, and then Elvis taking that type of music, and Buddy Holly and people like that, we wouldn't have had the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or some version of that. Again, don't get me wrong, there has been some amazing modern music that's come out of Europe, but yeah, we started it. Number 3, the landscapes. Now, this one's going to be up for an opinion because Europe does have the Alps, amazing rivers like the Rhine, Lake Como, and other amazing lakes, the Azores, Tuscany, the Greek Isles. Those are all great, but it doesn't compare to the sheer volume that we have here in the United States with places like Yosemite, Arches, the Great Smoky Mountains, the Rocky Mountains, the Great Lakes, the Everglades, Death Valley, the giant sequoias, the redwoods, Yellowstone National Park, the Badlands, the Grand Canyon, the entire state of Oregon outside of Portland. That list can go on about amazing landscapes to see here in the United States. Europe does have some good ones, but just in sheer volume and numbers and things to see, we're a bigger country and we have amazing landscapes.
I think that's kind of
so we get to win, in my opinion, on that one. Now, to be fair, if we start looking at amazing buildings, ancient buildings and stuff, Europeans got us killed there. But, you know, I mean, Colosseum, Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, so many other ones. We have nothing that compares to that, but our land and our natural beauty is, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, so much better. Taxes. Everyone in the United States always seems to think they have the highest taxes. Not even close. The United States,
but you have to do your own tax.
If you take what the United Nations considers a country and you rank them by how much they tax their citizens, this is how they're ranked. The Ivory Coast, for some reason, they're just taxing the hell out of everyone. But it's followed by Finland, Japan, Austria, Denmark, Sweden, Belgium, Israel, Slovenia, Netherlands, Portugal, Ireland, Spain, Iceland, China gets
We're there! We made the list!
South Africa, South Korea,
the worst list, tax.
Luxembourg, Greece, Italy, Turkey, which is not really in Europe, but you get the idea. And then after that, it goes down a while and you start seeing things like Switzerland, Monaco, Norway. And finally, way down there at number 44, you get to the United States. Here in the United States, we complain about our taxes an awful lot, especially how they're slanted towards the rich. Really don't pay that much taxes. And if you're middle class or below, you're getting gouged. That's how we see it. But if you rank them on a global scale, the United States isn't doing that bad. But that top 20 is filled with a lot of European countries. And number 1, shopping. Yes, I'm sure a lot of you were a little shocked, but shopping is one of the biggest complaints Americans that move to Europe have about Europe, and Europeans that come to the United States, they love how easy it is to shop. Now, it's not just ease or whatever, it's convenience and actually customer service. Customer service really doesn't seem to be much of a thing in Europe, according to most people that have moved over there or visited. What we would consider rude here in the United States really is kind of normal in Europe when it comes to someone working at a retail place or a grocery store, something like that. They don't really see it as rude, it's just very transactional to them and matter of fact.
That's what it is. It is a transaction.
All right, that's today's video. Okay, if you've made it this far, here's the thing. Europe is a great continent. The countries there are amazing, but for some reason they seem to think that there's nothing wrong with all of Europe and just the United States has problems. And that's going by the emails and the comments that I get on a regular basis. Now, some of you might be saying, well, why didn't you break it down by country? Well, is that fair? Look how big the United States is compared to, let's say, Germany or Switzerland or Austria. That's not fair. Each one of the countries are a little bit different, but all these kind of fit with what's going on there according to various studies and surveys of people from Europe that have moved to the United States and Americans that have moved to Europe. So it's, other than the stats, it's pretty much based on people's opinions. Is it perfect science? No. Is it entertaining? Yes. Besides giving you some information, that's one of the main things we want to do here is entertain you. That's why I say the most entertaining part of this video will be reading the comment section and how these people from Europe will lose it in the comment section. Watch.
Where people from Europe?
Their comments will be very condescending. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Be nice.
Probably. But Americans' comments on our comment section are also very condescending. So people are people.
Exactly. So first off, a very big shout out to the original content creator. Make sure you go check them out, give them a like, subscribe and share and all of that good YouTube stuff. Thank you again to everyone for the suggestion. We do appreciate that. Of course, at the start, we thought we were going to have a bit of a mismatch here, you know.
We may have paused the video a little bit too early before we had our opinion because what we said, he said straight after. But that's fine.
That's fine. We're European and he wants opinions, so we're here to have that opinion.
Yes.
America, yes, we do think a lot of you guys are over dramatic. But we love you all the same.
Yeah, of course.
Believe it or not, the Europeans love seeing Americans, and we also love chatting to you guys. You always have such, like, in terms of your history and the patriotic, and you're not afraid to turn around and go, this is how it is.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are very good at letting us know you know what's going on, but you're happy with the way things are.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because Americans and Europeans are trying to be different, but if we were over in America, we'd be quick to talk to an American at a bar. But it's the same way, if you guys were in your own country, you wouldn't talk to anyone, but if you're in Europe, you're quicker to talk to people when you're out.
I just feel sad as well. It's like, yeah, Americans, when they come over, travel and stuff like that, they are very loud, but they're very friendly. So, yeah, it kind of just negates the loudness, I suppose. Because we're kind of more quieter around the European, I suppose.
Americans, what we like to say here, you hear them before you see them. But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Because we know what we're getting with you guys and it's always a good time. Mm-hmm. And I like the way wherever the Americans go, they try and get into the culture. Yeah. Like, they really do try and get into it. And I understand, like, a lot of Europeans, there is some European countries where it may come off to them as obnoxious. But see, when you're in Ireland, if you are an American and you visit Ireland, you know we don't take ourselves as serious as the rest of the countries. Because for some reason, over in Ireland...
Here.
Yeah, we just like to have to laugh. Mm. But in other European countries, they're very serious about a lot of their stuff. But I think, having said that, I think that's more inner city when you're in Europe, is it?
It's just different cultures and different ways of living. It's like I said, you know, the thing about Americans is that they're very loud. When you said that can come across as obnoxious. But then with some places in Europe, they're very quiet and that can come across as rude. Yeah. But it's just a different way of living. Yeah. That's it.
What are you saying about, like, the gas prices? Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think the landscapes and the fast food, that's kind of more so, like you said as well, it's more so just people's opinions kind of on them ones, I'd say, because I don't particularly like the fast food in America. I don't particularly like the food in America, but that's just me, and I know other people love it. Like, you love it.
Oh yeah, I love the American food. I eat the absolute food of it. Fast food going into my mouth in America is always a good thing. See, the best thing when we go to America is I always come home 10 stone heavier, and I love that. That's like, I come home full chubbington and then trying to adjust back to the food here. But the fast food over there, there's just something about the taste that just does it for me. But in America, like, I think we've said this in previous videos, but when you're in America, My God, when you order a large...
Oh, that's a family meal over here. That's for like 10 people. The size of it. Oh, well, I suppose that's a good thing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on a budget and you go to like McDonald's and get a large meal, you can kind of feed 2 of you, so.
You're fit for a week.
Yeah.
Like, the size of the cup for the drink, it's literally a bucket. And then you have free refills everywhere. Oh.
That's insane. Crazy.
Just...
Now, the landscapes, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But the landscapes everywhere are amazing. So, I haven't been to enough places in America to say if Europe landscapes are better than American landscapes. So at the moment, I'm going to say it's Europe's because that's the place I've been the most.
From an Irish perspective, being in America, in the buildings and the cars and the roads, we feel like ants.
Yeah.
But like, because them buildings are huge, like, my God, but the great outdoors you guys have, and yeah, like, when I was thinking of the great landscapes, yeah, like the canyons and everything, like, there's just so much for us we want to explore of America. Like, we're going to be excited to get out there and get tours done. Because, like Danielle said, we haven't seen enough of it yet. We have seen some, but
not enough.
There's a lot more we want to see.
You had a lot of good points there, though. Like, a lot of the stuff he was saying, like, with taxes and stuff like that. Yeah, they're fair points.
The worst list for Ireland to make.
I know. Woohoo! And our tax has gone up again since this video, so woohoo! We're trying to go to America, but will we be able to say it? Probably not.
No. We will be broke.
Exactly.
Yeah, so of course, let us know what you guys think of this video. If you are American, tell us your thoughts on Europeans yourselves. What is your own individual experience like when you have travelled to Europe? If you are outside of America and you've travelled to America, you can be from anywhere in the world and you want to share your thoughts on what it's like in America, or if you want to share your thoughts on Europe, tell us about that too. But any Americans out there, tell us your thoughts. Of course, do tell us as well what it was like for you guys in the retail here in comparison to your own country.
Yeah.
Was that part true? Because we wouldn't see it. Because when we go into retail in America, every American is 45th generation Irish, or they have a cousin that's 4 times removed that is Irish, who actually played hurling with Cucullin. So
who knows? Who knows? He is right though. It's transactional over here, but that's what it is. You're only going in to buy like a t-shirt or your groceries. You don't need to be having a full-on conversation with people. Hello, how are you? Here's my money. I'll take my stuff. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, like, some Irish people do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some Europe like. It does happen, but the majority of the time we just kind of, hello. Yeah.
We literally walk in, it's like, I would like this, thank you. Where, like, we understand in America, because when you go to the malls over there, like, for us, it's like you probably walk from Dublin to Cork when you're in the mall, but over here in the shopping centre, it's just like a small housing estate.
Yeah.
If even. No, sorry, the mall in America is a small housing estate. But, no, I stick with Dublin to Cork, never mind. But it's not as big as the mall. Yeah, so yeah, interesting video, and let us know your thoughts below. And yes, Ireland's the best. Lol. Shamrocks. And that has been our 2 cents, and we will chop ourselves out of this.
As always, you are the beautiful people of YouTube, and we have been Unstable TV.
So drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of this reaction video. And if you have any suggestions for us to do, let us know too.
And as always, we will see you in the next one. Bye.